Everybody, Chris Burns from Bob Burns Golf. I believe that wedges are oftentimes the most underfitted and underappreciated golf club in the bag. Today I want to share with you some of the elements that are very important for me when fitting a golfer for a new set of wedges and or irons. The first big difference is the game improvement to blade style wedge difference. Game improvement wedges and irons typically have exactly that. A lot of features that are going to help improve or enhance your game and your shots. So what you'll notice is, one, a lot of those have a deeper cavity. They also have a lot of heel and toe weighting. Most game improvement golf clubs, even some players' clubs, have a wider sole than a lot of the traditional irons made today, at least in comparison to the blade irons. They oftentimes have a lower profile and lower center of gravity. So what that means is that this is going to launch the ball a little bit higher. For you higher handicappers out there, that's important because you want to create a little bit higher flight and you want to get a little bit more spin to get that ball to stop once it lands on the green. Not only that, but the wider sole with the rounded camber and the greater amount of bounce, which is a measurement in degrees, that the leading edge sits above the trailing edge here, is going to be important so that you take less sand, not more. Or if you're hitting off the turf, less divot, not more. So when you're asking yourself, what should you get? It depends upon your game, and nobody knows your game better than you. But if you want a wedge that's going to give you a little bit more forgiveness, consider getting a wedge that matches your set. Something with a little bit of a cavity back, a little bit of a wider sole. It's going to make your game and your shots much more enjoyable. The blade wedges are also great in that they offer a traditional look and feel, and there are some of these that offer some game improvement features. This one happens to have a fair amount of camber to the sole, so it looks like a spoon on the bottom. It also has a very high level of bounce, and that's what the smaller number typically means. The big number, 56, indicates the loft, and the second number indicates the bounce. 16 degrees is a little bit high for a typical wedge. You'll find most sand wedges come in the ballpark of 8 upwards to about 16 degrees and a max. And bounce is going to make your life a lot easier. But at the end of the day, when you want to make a decision as to what wedge you need and what wedge is going to benefit your game, consider the type of golf course you play and consider where you find yourself hitting most of your approach shots into the green. If you're one who plays a lot from the rough and plays a lot from the bunker, a little bit of bounce is not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you. If you're someone who's a nipper, strikes the ball clean or maybe a little bit of a sweeper, you probably find that you don't need as much bounce. And what you want is more of a traditional design club like this with a lower level of bounce. There's a lot of wedges out there, and we can help you. We can do a lot of custom grinding like we do with these plus-minus wedges. There are a variety of other elements that are important to wedge fitting and improving your results and getting you closer to the pin. One of which is lofts, and the second of which is lies. It's important that the wedges are gapped appropriately and also to match your set of irons so that there aren't any distance gaps from club to club, especially going from your pitching wedge to gap wedge, sand wedge, etc. Those things can help make your life a lot easier and help bring consistency back to your game. The second element of that is lie angle. It's very important when you buy wedges, and we do this right here, is set the lies and lofts. This can be very important to achieving crisp, clean contact on strikes, because if that lie angle happens to be toe up or heel down, that can very much influence the way the golf club reacts at impact, opening or closing. Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg and just the beginning of the conversation. There are a variety of other elements we could talk about, but we don't have all day. I hope you enjoyed today's tip. Feel free to ask any questions.